There's just like this floating license plate. That's super cool. So it's winter again. I think it's finally here to stay. What I really hate is how it thaws, melts, refreezes, melts, refreezes, just with like the temperature fluctuating so much. It's crazy. I don't like it. I'm used to it, but it'll never be something that I like. Like in Saskatchewan, it's kind of like, oh, snow's on the ground, okay, it's here to stay until like April. So here, I mean, it's, you know, a much milder climate in that aspect, at least a milder winter, I should say. But it's annoying in the same respects because, like, I can't just expect this all just to stay here the way it is, and then it gets, like, you know, I need to get a 4x4 vehicle. That's really what it is. I mean, I live in Canada, and I live in the prairies, and my car is very low to the ground and not great in winter. So fortunately, I don't have to drive that today. But yeah, I got stuck real bad before, and especially being in rural areas and some of smaller communities, and they don't get, you know, they don't get sand on the road right away. They don't plow the roads right away. Lethbridge already has a hard enough time doing it in a timely fashion, so it's kind of a gong show. But anyway, just at the studio today, finished recording the podcast with Laura Lee, and yeah, this is what she was making. So, is it locked?
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Speak of the devil.
Thank you. Uh-oh. What?
Yeah, I was just talking about this because I really, really enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm on the way to emergency right now. As you can see, it's not a big deal because I'm driving myself. At least I don't think it's a big deal. I hope not. But sometimes I get some chest pain, like around my heart. It feels like someone's like grabbing it and squeezing it real tight, which obviously isn't good. It's pretty rare that it actually happens though. Like, it's just so few and far between. Usually it would happen like really intense and then it would stop and I wouldn't feel it again for maybe weeks on end. But recently, it's been happening more often, less intense, but more frequent. Like right now I feel like someone's like just grabbing it at like 50% rather than like 100. And that it's I don't know, it's been going on for hours this morning. It hasn't like stopped. It's just been a constant feeling that's like a slight squeeze. So anyway, it's just been happening more frequently and happening in a little different way than it was before. So I wanted to make a doctor's appointment. I've had that on my mind for the past like week or two. And then so this morning I made an appointment. Well, I tried to make an appointment. I called and then they said, you better go to emergency. Like, they basically wouldn't allow me to make an appointment. Like, she was like, if it's happening right now, I would go to emergency. She's like, but if it's kind of like coming and going and not really a big deal, then I guess you can make an appointment. And I told her, like, well, it comes and goes. It's not, like, super intense. Like, I don't have any other symptoms. I'm not short of breath. Like, everything's fine. And then she's like, well, you better go to emergency. So, anyway, that's where I'm going. I don't know how long that'll take. I don't really want to go because I got other things I'd rather do. But then again, living and breathing and stuff is pretty cool too, so I've heard. So I guess I'm gonna go do that. We'll see what that's all about. I might just wait around for nothing, but better safe than sorry. I don't know. My diet is garbage. It's been garbage for a long time. It sucks. I have some weeks that are way better than others. A lot of my diet revolves around planning. Like, it's really difficult for me to eat out and eat healthy, and I try to not eat out that often, but depending on how my week is and the planning that I do or don't do, I end up eating out much more often than I ever would like to. Not that I wouldn't like to, but I mean more often than I should, for sure. And it's generally not good food. So, the other thing is that since the weather and everything else that's been going on, and I haven't been doing much exercising in any form, really. So I was bike riding, multiple times a week. And now, there's just a point of time where, like, a month ago, it just stopped. Just dead stop. Yet my diet is the same, however, I'm not having exercise. I don't know if that has anything to do with my heart, because, like, I would never get these chest pains or anything when I was actually working out. It was never like my heart was like, yo, we can't handle this. Like, it was fine. Like, I would get tired and fatigued, but not, like, so that I couldn't get home or finish my workout or whatever. Just regular, average stuff. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see what happens. think.
What's your name?
Well, good news, bad news. Good news is they did an EKG, they did some blood work, they did x-rays, everything's normal that they can see. But first bit of bad news is that all those tests don't tell whether or not I have any blockages in my arteries in my heart. So it still could be something cardiac related. Doctor doesn't think that it is related, but he says that's not something that he can really check out, and that possibly I'll have to get like a physical stress test done through my doctor. And other bit of bad news is the fact that I don't know anything. I don't know anything more than when I went in there. All I know is that I get chest pains. They've been more frequent, and that's it. I don't know why yet, and if I don't know why, then I can't really do much about it. I mean, there's things I can do on my own end just to be healthier in general, like have a better diet and exercise more, get more sleep, have less stress. But I mean, yeah, nothing specific related to this that like a doctor has prescribed me to do. So I don't know. I guess we'll call my doctor, make an appointment, and go from there. Ass hat. Man, unexpected gifts are the best. It shouldn't even be I don't even mean a gift. I mean even like a letter. I just got a little package from my friend Jordan in Saskatoon, who sent me one of his favorite books by an author, which I didn't own yet, and an album that I wanted to buy for myself and just hadn't done it yet, and he bought it and sent it my way. And then he sent me my least favorite book that I've ever read, so now I got 2 copies of that because I never threw the first one out because I'm just like, oh man, it's a book, what if someone else I know in my life will enjoy it? Shout out to Stephen Leacock and Sunshine Sketches of a Small Town or Little Town, I don't remember because I hate that book. Anyway, I had to read it for a Can Lit class, and Jordan just knows, like every time I see the book anywhere, I have to like give it the finger and send him a snap of it. And he sent it to me, and in the letter he wrote, there's no explanation as to why he sent this copy of this book that I hate, which makes it even funnier. So shout out to Jordan, thanks for that. That definitely did brighten my day. But yeah, I was just thinking about it, and I was like, oh, I was happy to get just even a little letter, just like a page long. I mean little just because like it's not like on lined paper or anything, so it's not like this full page, like I don't know how to explain it. It's 1 page double spaced, I don't know. Anyway, it was a short, nice little note, and yeah, I just think that that kind of thing is really nice when it's unexpected, especially. And it's a couple years ago now that my friend Alex like gave me like a wax seal with like wax to melt and to like seal letters with, and it was like the last initial of my last name, so it was just like the seal was just this really nice cursive M, and I love it. I don't know, it's made me write more letters in envelopes just because it's like fancy looking and I like the look of it, the aesthetics are there, so it's made me write more, and I still don't write often enough. I wish I would make that like a weekly practice to write like a letter a week or several or something. But anyways, that's one cool thing about having long distance friends is unexpected gifts in the mail, unexpected letters. Anyway, I don't know. That was a little bit of positivity for my day. And thanks, Jordan, you asshat. A couple quick things from today and kind of from yesterday. So I had my doctor's appointment yesterday, and it was kind of useless. I didn't really need to go in at all. They could have just looked at the results from emergency and told me that they were going to make an appointment for me. Yeah, so they made an appointment for me at a cardiac specialist. I've got to do a stress test. It's actually where I'm going right now. I don't really know 100% what to expect because it was really vague. They were just like, oh yeah, okay, so we got those results, and I guess we should do the stress test and see. Maybe they can just, like, help us figure out what's going on. Cool. I actually have some chest pain today, so it's kind of like good in a way. Like whatever they're gonna do for the stress test, maybe because I felt chest pains already today, whatever might happen will happen, or they can test it properly or better. I don't know. But that's the thing. And then, on top of that, I've got to go and get some more lab work done that I don't know why, but apparently I've got to get more lab work done. So I'm going to do that right after. Other news that has nothing to do with my well, I shouldn't say it has nothing to do with my health, but other news, which is not so directly related to my chest pains, even, no it is. Anyway, this is supposed to be like a joke, I guess, but it's not if you don't know what I'm talking about, so it's not funny at all. Teaching news. So, yesterday I decided, you know what, I'm going to finally apply to another province, and I applied to Newfoundland so that I could get a teaching certificate there. I shouldn't say I started applying. I got like 50% of what I was supposed to done yesterday. And I applied to British Columbia for my teaching certificate back in May, and today they finally accepted it. Of course, I have to pay some additional fees, and then I'll get my teaching certificate sent to me in the mail, and then I have to, yeah, anyway. So now, I mean, I've been eligible in Saskatchewan for 4 years. I've had a teaching certificate in Alberta for 3, and now I'm going to be, well, now I am eligible in BC, so I can start looking for jobs there finally and see what they have to offer. And I started this thing for Newfoundland, so, I mean, maybe if I get my teaching certificate there, then I'll have more opportunities open to me on the opposite side of the country. So that's what's up with that. Stress test is on its way. We'll see what happens there. Yep.
Okay, you're all checked in. I'll just let them know you're here.
Okay. Kate? Well, no one explained anything to me about what was going to happen there. And then when I got there, they didn't explain anything either. They just told me to take my shirt off and lay down on a table. And then they put a bunch of stuff on me and pressed a button and got a printout. And then they're like, okay, you're done. And that was it. So, I don't really know what all that's about, but cool beans. I guess that was quick and easy. And now I'm going to go to the lab and get some other stuff done. Yeah, that's what's up, I guess.
Do you prefer? Okay, let's do it on this side. That's great. I'm gonna leave it down. And I don't fall all the hair out by accident. Probably hurts way more than the needle, right?
So just wrapping up the vlog here. I had some other things happen this week. Why am I talking that way? Had a conversation about anxiety-induced midlife crisis, which is weird. Just a short little guy. I had some story time about the last 3 years that I've had in Lethbridge, so you can look for that. And there was a review also about this amazing book by Kyle Guante Tranmere. I don't know how to pronounce his whole name, but Guante is what he's... I'm probably not even pronouncing that right. Known as a spoken word artist, amongst other things. But it was a fantastic book, so there's a review on that talks about it. It's really great. So those are the other videos that are other than the vlog this week. And I would say, since the whole Don Cherry thing has come to light this week, if you didn't listen to through the podcast or watch the conversation I had about my issues with Remembrance Day, I would say maybe check that out, because I think it's interesting, especially in this conversation piece of the whole Don Cherry incident. So you can check those things out. We'll see you on another time.